my good people, it is that time again. Another one of these epics getting to the tier 4. And as always, your guiding voice here, it is Milmo. Now, basically, we've got the big daddy of them all at the moment, and that is March to War, Jesus. And why I say the big daddy is because he is one of my favourite characters at the moment. You know, he is a hitter and healer, probably the best hitter and healer in the game, in my opinion. But that I may be a bit biased just purely because I actually have him in my roster. But there he is there for tier 3. We've got some leather gloves, some maps, some wood beanies, and some jackets. Now, the best thing about Jesus, like I say, he is a hitter and a healer, but he is absolutely amazing. Now, he has very fast AP at the 45 AP, which makes him absolutely brutal there with the 45 AP. And then he does, not only does he heal for 45% for all team members, but he does deal 500% damage, which is absolutely brutal. You know, you got to think that whilst Andrea and Shiva have that extra 300% damage, they don't actually heal. He does kill characters. If you can boost him with characters like Molly or Ezekiel with their attack boosters, he will kill anything with that rush and will do solid damage with just hits with that nice attack he does have. So, you know, he's an absolutely brutal player, but, you know, on top of that, being able to do solid damage and also probably kill some characters, some fast. Definitely he kills a lot of fast with that rush. He heals, which is nice. There's nothing better than doing mass damage and then healing all your players. It can really save you, especially when it comes to raids. Like I said, he is very similar to Dwight, but I do prefer him over Dwight. Dwight does have his own benefits, but I do prefer the epic Jesus over the strong epic Dwight. But the other second thing, the probably most biggest downer is he doesn't have a leader skill, but then he does have this specialist skill of the command, which this command can actually work really well in regards to raids. It sometimes can make someone like an Andrea go off, not consecutively because they obviously lose their turn the next go, but in a way it can go off consecutively in that her rush can go off and then he can then set her off again the next turn and then she'll miss out the next turn. But by then, you know, people like Shiva or even Andrea or even someone like possibly a Dwight or anyone like that, if you're setting them off twice in a row, you know, that can be really brutal and that can really help. And so that command skill is actually fairly effective. It can go very wrong, but I've seen it go very right in a few cases, especially with Andrea and Shiva. It can go absolutely right. I'm not sure how mine actually works, just purely because I've never actually seen anyone raid me. But I assume that hopefully it works fairly well with the amount of defense I get, that it works good most of the time. So that command specialist skill, you know, is not a bad little thing to be having. You know, he doesn't have a leader skill, but he doesn't really need a leader skill with that specialist skill. He can be led by people like Morgan, who is absolutely an amazing leader to pair him up with. You know, that gives him the large boost to AP when taking damage and also that plus 30% defense. So him paired with Morgan is absolutely brutal. Yeah, I'm a big fan of Jesus. He absolutely does save me in a lot of things, and he makes my team he takes the team to the next level. He's very similar to Shiva. I'm very lucky to have gotten 5 stars that actually go well in combos together, and that's like Morgan, who leads not only Shiva but Jesus. You know, that's absolutely brutal combination. You got Jesus and Shiva in the same team. It's absolutely good. So that was him at tier 4. Tier 3 to start with, and then tier 4. Hopefully I'll get him maxed out and you'll be able to see a bit more of him in action, but you know, I'm actually a big fan of him as a character. There he is with Shiva and Morgan. As I said, they are absolutely a brutal combination. As always, thanks for tuning in. This is Milmo and I am out of here.